Hello everyone. Today let's talk about men who have many worries and questions about having sex with women. In general, men feel that women are emotionally complicated and women feel that men are relatively simple emotionally. This is true in a sense since moods operate in men and feelings operate in women. They also have different defense mechanisms to deal with stress and wounds. On the other hand, when it comes to sexuality, men seem to be more complicated and show greater interest. Men tend to be more sensitive and think more about sexuality. And they can easily retrieve past memories regarding sexuality when they cannot remember much about other things. They try to accumulate knowledge and information on sex and make plans for sexual actions. They have many thoughts about how to have a good sex with a partner, what to do during having sex, how to prevent premature ejaculation, and how to satisfy the partner, and so on and so on. The above phenomenon applies to men who have relatively healthy psychology and have pure passion toward a woman partner. Men who have a psychological disorder seek only their own sexual pleasure and proceed as they please disregarding the partner. They don't have many thoughts about sexual actions since they focus only on their own pleasure. They may think that it is easy to satisfy women and they are very good at it. They may develop the sense of superiority, comparing themselves with other men. Interestingly, these men are likely to meet women who have good sexual functions due to many experiences of having sex with multiple partners. These women are easily attracted to men who have selfish purposes in relationships since they mistake sexual pleasure for getting attention and happiness. On the other hand, normal women prefer to go through some procedures before having sex with men. They think feelings of love and trust should exist before taking sexual actions. They consider the partner more important than sexual actions, and their sexual actions are based on their feelings of love. Normal women have weaker sexual functions than women who activate sexuality casually, since their mind controls their sexuality. Women who activate sexuality casually are considered to have developed problems in mind. Normal women do not experience orgasm or get immersed into sexual actions easily, even when they have sex with men who boast their sexual ability. Women's sexual satisfactions do not come from men being good at sex with great sex techniques. Some women respond easily to sexual actions regardless of partners, and some women do not. Women's sexual satisfactions come from their own conditions and functions of the body, mind, and sexuality, regardless of their man partners. Women's sexual pleasure cannot be given by man partners. Women need their own zest habits connected with their body and mind to be able to have sexual pleasure. It is no use for men to think and worry about having a good sex to satisfy their women. Women's sexuality is in women's hand. Men will only be disappointed and feel frustrated when they try to lead everything in sex, no matter how much knowledge and information on sex they have and apply in practice. Men's role in having sex and in everyday life is to comply with women in every aspect instead of leading women. It is women's role to lead and generate happiness through sexual actions. Men's sensory organs are designed to be sensitive to women's responses, which makes it possible for men to comply with women by activating their body, mind, and sexuality. Men become happy when their women show happy responses upon their actions and share happiness with men. Conventional concepts of human sexuality, which are highly distorted, lead men to get immersed into women's responses to have their own pleasure instead of using their senses to comply with women. This can lead men to develop response addiction or relationship addiction. They may put priority on seeking their own sexual pleasure, sacrificing everything they have, including their family. Healthy men try to make their women happy and be sensitive to women's responses in sexual actions to satisfy women instead of focusing on their own pleasure. Women's response in sexual actions is like a signpost that tells men where to go. Distorted concepts of sexuality lead both men and women to activate sexuality in the opposite way from the original design. Not many women know how to be active main agents in sexual actions, so men can find signposts. No wonder men have a hard time wanting to satisfy women but not knowing what to do. It's no one's fault. Then how can we achieve sexual actions in the way women become main agents and men comply with women in every aspect? Women can develop true sex ability through sex ability training for women. Men can build true sex ability through sex therapy for men. They will be guided to discard distorted concepts of sexuality and conventional information and knowledge on sex and build the ability to have the most powerful sexual functions without sexual desire. Ideally, men need to be able to naturally comply with women without conscious thought. In that state, men can have the most powerful sexual functions without any sexual desire. Both men and women can experience utmost sexual pleasure, and men can generate pure passion, and women can generate feelings of love. Focusing on their own sexual pleasure will only lead men to lose sexual functions and develop psychological disorders, destroying both themselves and their women partners. Just remember that there is a way to achieve healthy and happy sex life.